Hello everyone, Douglas Waltz, Old Man Comic Book Reviews. I put the light in a different place. It's giving me the circle, so I have to put my head down. Until I forget and go, ah. We're going to do comic books, 2 weeks. To be fair, the 1 week was seriously just all comic book. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Gee. The new set's going to need a place to set down comic books. Alright, so first we have Zatanna. Oh God, can you see that? Zatanna. Alright, so Zatanna. Issue 2. They're hiding the things again. Are they in the back? Hold on. I'll be there in a minute. Never know with DC. Here we go. Jamal Campbell is our writer, artist, and cover artist. Oh, Jamal. Well, Jamal, you've done a great job. I like the idea of Zatanna being like a sorcerer supreme. That's kind of neat. I also like when you do something fancy, like this, like that. Look how fancy that is. The artwork for this is phenomenal. She's doing a great job, and there's a spirit in a box, and she needs help from a New Orleans ghost singer, I guess is a good way to put it. I put the comic books over there. We are on issue 11 of our Godzilla Heisei era, and written by Tim Seeley, art by Henry Presetia. And when last we left our new kaiju, where it's the kid inside of the kaiju, so Godzilla's like a spirit form, and he's fighting Biollante, and there's a good chance that there may have been experiments, and they call her Biolantris. Here's a nice picture. You want to see a nice picture? There, what do you think of that? They call her Biolantris, which I didn't realize that Biollante was gender specific. So, but it was still fun. I can't complain. I could complain. Don't get me wrong, I could. Oh, I don't really review these. My wife loves Gru, Sergio Aragonés, and Mark Evanier. It's silly, it's fun, Gru's been around for decades. It's always a good, solid book. Okay. Godzilla Infinity Roar. Get it? Like, or is it Infinite Roar? I don't know. He's standing in front of the letters. Let me see if we got a thing here. Infinity Roar. I was right the first time. Jerry Dugan is our writer. Artists are Javier Garron and Domenico Carbone. It's Godzilla fighting the Marvel Universe. That's exactly what it is. And Null's in on it. So sometimes we get Venom Godzilla. Mechagodzilla shows up. Doom has made charge of Mechagodzilla. And now he's assembled his crew to go find the things that they need to do the next 5-issue arc of another one. Kind of tired of that. You could have just made it all one book, but these 5-issue arcs are stupid. So it's to be continued in Godzilla Conquers the Multiverse. I don't know why they do things like this. You can just still, even if you number it, I know everyone wants that number 1. They're all super excited for the number 1. Speaking of number 1s, this is number 5. Ah, I tricked you. Mark Spector's Moon Knight. When last we left Mr. Spector, who was written by Jed McKay with artist is Devmalia Pramanik. I hope I say your name right. I love how they make him just so white. It's like a glow effect. The Midnight Mission, it has a secret. If you're reading the book, I'm not going to tell you the secret, but it's time for Moon Knight to get in there because his team is in there. So this is one long fight inside of a sentient house that may be something a little extra that I am not going to tell you. This is another one of those ones where they keep doing these arcs and they just change the name of one of his personalities. I'm waiting for the cab driver to be next. That would make me laugh. Do you guys like the new set? It's my office. Oh, crap. Hold on. It's my office. I work for a hospital. I can work from home. Hooray. You may also see that there's a big TV up there. I don't do a lot of work. All right, Batgirl 20. I was so happy to see this one because we're finally done with that long, drawn-out thing that they had going on, where she was out in the jungles and redeeming her mother and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, this is called Batgirl, the subtitle, Forget Me Not, Part 1 of 3. Tate Brownball is the writer. Steven Segovia is the pencils. Jason Paz does the inks. And I like the new art. I'll find you a page, like I always try to do. I like that it's a mystery, like a murder mystery. I like that there's a thing you can have where you're pre-programmed with a phrase and you have no idea. And that's what's going on here. And there's more than one person. We get a little more of a background of Cassandra Cain, Batgirl. Here, I'll give you some art. There's Bronze Tiger. Look at him. He looks pretty good, doesn't he? Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. I thought he looked pretty good. Where are we at? Sonic the Hedgehog DC crossover. Metal Legion number 2. Got one to tilt. Remember last time the light wasn't great? So now we're using this ring light. It's behind the camera. I figured that was the best place to put it. I don't know. I make movies and stuff, but I don't. I like outdoor light. I shoot outdoors. So let me go to the back of the book, since I believe that's what they're going to try to do to me. What is that? All right. Oh, hold on. We're getting there. Metal Legion Part 2. Here we go. Ian Flynn is our writer. Adam Bryce Thomas is our artist. I always say I bet the guys that make the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book are happy that they get to draw the DC characters. So Luthor and Eggman, who have matching outfits now. I thought that was cute. Have a plan. Luthor's telling everybody Eggman's crazy. Luthor doesn't listen because he's trying to get something. And then we get the cool thing everyone's going to want. The Catwoman and Rouge the Bat in a Catwoman costume. So this is the thing that's going to get the internet a-buzzing. Yeah. So we have our monsters and our bad guys, and we have our good guys, and they are going to get ready to go do something to each other. And Dr. Eggman's getting ready to mess stuff up. That's what Eggman does. I like these. I didn't know they were going to make a sequel. I was so happy. I like the first one a lot. Oh, we're getting there, kids. I promise. All right. My Batman comic. There he is. Batman. The Batman. Figured it was time for me to have a Batman comic book where Poison Ivy is the mayor and Vandal Savage is the commissioner. Commissioner Gordon's still around, but he's a patrol cop. World's oldest patrol cop. Batman, Money and Blood. Matt Fraction is our writer. George Jimenez is our artist, and he also does the covers. So Vandal Savage thought that he had rousted the Bat from Gotham. So this entire book is Batman going out showing that nobody rousts the Batman out of Gotham. Batman's the Batman. He also has a new bat signal, which I thought was neat. 3,000 autonomous drones with LED lights and 90,000 lumens. Come in the sky and make it. Because they won't use the bat signal in Gotham because Vandal Savage is, a bad guy. So he won't do that. All right, let's see. I promise we're getting to the end. What do we got left? Oh, yeah. We'll save that for last. All right. Amazing Spider-Man. We're getting closer to that 1,000th issue. This is Legacy 994. So what is that, 6 issues? Don't ask me to math. New bad guy. Ooh. Spore. Spore was working with Peter. I think we're still getting the new artist, too, which I haven't decided on. Joe Kelly is our writer. Guest artist is Pete Woods. And when last we left Peter Parker, he was being attacked by Spore, who can do mind control-y things and whatnot. And we're learning more about Peter's cousin, which is interesting. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this art. Everyone's got their own thing. Some of you would like it. So who am I to judge if you do or do not like it, right? So he's fighting the Mushroom Man, and we find out something about Kintsugi, the gentleman who is modeled after the pottery that the Japanese put back together, broken pottery with veins of gold to make the broken more attractive and showing the attractiveness in it. And Aunt May died. No, I'm kidding. It's not dead. They'll save that for issue 1,000. They will. All right, last one. And it's a new mini-series. And it's Jeff the Land Shark with his little friend the Kraken. You see him? Isn't he cute? So it's Jeff and the Kraken. Let's see. There's 2 different ones in here. So writer for the first part is, it says Marvel Comics 1000. I'm not sure why. The writer is Kelly Thompson. Artist is Pepe Larraz. There's a Deadpool story in here. The writer is Kelly Thompson. The penciler is Chris Bachlo. And the inkers are Wayne Foucher, Jamie Mendoza, and John Livesay. And it's Jeff and his buddy, the Kraken, having some adventures, being the cutest thing on the planet. That's the first story. Then we have where we have we'll get there, I promise. So the Kraken and Jeff are best buddies now, and then Spider-Gwen brings Jeff back to Deadpool to live with the monsters on Monster Island. It's a nice little story, and it's Jeff. He loves Jeff, and the artwork is Chris Bachalo, assuming I'm saying that name correctly, and that's cool. I mean, here, look at this guy's face. Look at that, and then there's more stuff over there. Yeah. So let's count them up. Oh my goodness. Let's see if there are any There's a Godzilla book in here, right? I think there's a Godzilla book. And Jeff's a superhero. Gru's a superhero if he doesn't want to be. All right. So, all but one book. And how many books did we have in 2 weeks? Glad you asked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 books in 2 weeks. Not too bad. We did go pick books up yesterday. That'll be the next show. Probably be... I might do it this weekend if I get a chance to read the books. And remember to plug in the camera because it looks like it's going zzz, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so remember what I always tell you. What do I always tell you? I always tell you. See, I'm leaning in to see if I can see how it's lit. I don't know how it looks back here at all, so it's too far away from me. Yeah, I can kind of see. The camera line, the thing is tiny. And it is old man comic book reviews, so vision issues are always a problem. Read comic books like this. Anyways, so yeah, go find some comic books to read. Go to the library. Go online. Don't read superhero comics. Read monster comic books. Read horror comic books. Read sports comic books. Yes, they make sports comic books. May read classic sword and sorcery comic books. Read weird books. There are weird books out there. There's at Fanfare where I go. There's a rack of those things every freaking week. That's the independent list that are rarely superheroes because they don't want to try to compete with Marvel and DC, or Image. Although, I guess they make Image makes superhero books, so that's all true. Yep. So anyways, there's lots of places to go. Thanks for watching. As always, we're getting close to our 250th episode. So we didn't get as close as America with their 250th anniversary, but I think it'll be a little while. I think we're on 225. So 25 more. It'll be this year. We'll have up to episode 250. Maybe we'll do something fun. Maybe we'll go back to fanfare and do a fanfare episode, because you guys seem to like those. So in the meantime, as always, please embrace the new space, because I really don't want to move all this stuff again. And go read a comic book.